You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network. My name's Nicholas Callis. It's an NL West matchup here at Chase Field. The Los Angeles Dodgers are playing the Arizona Diamondbacks. The Dodgers have the second best record in all of Major League Baseball, while the Diamondbacks got hot toward the end of May and into June. They're tied for second best in the NL West. And it's quite a pitcher's duel in this one tonight. Madison Bumgarner's on the mound for the Diamondbacks. 8-4 in 16 starts. Has a .431 ERA. And has struck out 89 hitters. Madison Bumgarner, a former San Francisco Giant. Now pitching for a division opponent in the Diamondbacks. And here comes Mookie Betts up to the plate, the leadoff hitter for the Dodgers. .275 average entering play. Also has a .404 on base percentage. Won the Silver Slugger Award for American League right fielders last season. And was traded from the Red Sox to the Dodgers this past offseason. The Diamondbacks 44-36, tied for second in the NL West with the Padres.
First pitch, 12-40.
Of course, the Dodgers are as dominant as they've been in years past. As Betts hits that softly out to center, but Marte able to make the catch. 2 pitches, 1 out to begin the ball game. And here's the starting lineup for the Dodgers. Some new additions to this team. Betts, one of them. Garver, another, was traded to the Dodgers mid-season. He's batting cleanup in the number 4 spot. Playing catcher, that is the cleanup spot. Also, Matt Beedie, the starting first baseman, because Max Muncy tore an Achilles tendon, so he's out for the rest of the year.
Nope.
And here's Cody Bellinger at the plate, .251 hitter with 12 home runs and 59 RBIs. Hasn't really gotten it together this year. Underperforming as compared to previous seasons. Won the Rookie of the Year award for National Leaguers in 2017, then won the Most Valuable Player award for National League players in 2019. You saw your graphic there, or saw on the graphic on the screen. He's a 2019 Silver Slugger Award winner as well. The count's 2 balls and a strike. Madison Baumgardner, former World Series champion with the San Francisco Giants, was more or less a hero for their 2014 team. Had a great postseason and unconventionally was a great pitcher more on the road than at home. Has slowed down in recent years, but now he's the ace of a Diamondbacks team that's trying to put some pieces back together and get back to playoffs. Last time the Diamondbacks made playoffs was in 2017 when they won the wild card game against the Rockies and then got swept by these same Dodgers in the divisional round. 3-ball, 2-strike count on Bellinger. Swinging a ground ball foul. The count's still full 3-2. The Dodgers have won the National League West in the last 7 years. Ever since 2013, they've been division champions. As that's fouled off. The Giants were the last division winner. They won in 2012. And the Diamondbacks were the division winners in 2011. And that was pre-2 wildcard teams in the playoff format. That's ball 4, so the Dodgers' first base runner gets on via the walk. So 1 out, top of the first inning, and the number 3 hitter comes up, Justin Turner. Turner batting .301 with 9 home runs and 31 RBIs. Also has an OBP of .400, which is 9th in the National League. Turner's been a disciplined hitter for most of his career. He's also on a 4-game hitting streak, but been a consistent number 3 hitter in this Dodgers order. He's been playing in Los Angeles ever since 2014. Runner goes from first. It's outside. Throw down is late. Cody Bellinger steals himself into scoring position. Went on first move from Bumgarner. Didn't wait till he committed home. He went, and it paid off. So now he's on second. 1 out, top of the first. And Turner's in a hitter's count. Here's the 2-0. Ripped down the left field line. That'll go foul. The count's 2-1. Turner had his rookie season with the New York Mets back in 2011. Definitely established himself, though, as one of the better players in the National League since he's been on the Dodgers. And has made an impact, helped them win all the divisions that they have over the past years. Or all the division titles, I should say, in the NL West. 2-2 pitch. Too high, counts full 3-2. Bumgarner got Mookie Betts out on 2 pitches. Bellinger worked a full count and then walked. And now Turner's in a full count. Out to right field. Calhoun running back on it. Calhoun makes the catch, and Bellinger tagged at second. He's trying to advance to third as the throw gets in. And so now there's a runner on third with 2 outs. That'll bring up Mitch Garver, who last season won a Silver Slugger award with the Twins for catchers in the American League. Garver got traded from the Twins to the Dodgers a little over a month ago. The Dodgers sent some prospects and Scott Alexander, left-handed pitcher, to the Twins. Garver was an acquisition mainly because Will Smith wasn't producing well at the catcher role. Didn't start the year off hot, so the Dodgers went out and got a catcher that established himself last season with the Twins team that only seems to know how to hit home runs. Though his average is down, still hits home runs at a consistent rate. And he's been a consistent cleanup hitter since coming to Los Angeles. The count is 1-2. 2 outs, top of the first inning. Swing and a miss. Bumgarner gets his first strikeout, which is the 3rd out of the top of the first. No runs, no hits, 1 walk in the inning, and 1 runner left on base. After a half inning, it's the Dodgers 0 and the Diamondbacks coming to bat. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis, and that is Walker Buehler, the other half of this great pitching matchup that we're going to see tonight. Buehler has the most wins in the National League. He also has the most wins in all of baseball with 11. And his strikeout total, which is 107, is good for 5th among National League pitchers. Very talented pitcher. Really broke out last season and has established himself as a tough pitcher to hit off of. That's strike 1, top of the zone to Starling Marte. The Dodgers, the 2nd best record in all of baseball behind the Twins. And they're one of just 2 teams in all of baseball with over 50 wins on the year. Their record's 53 and 27. And they're on their way to winning their 8th consecutive NL West title. Well, despite winning all the division titles over the years, the Dodgers do not have a World Series championship. They made it to the World Series twice in back-to-back years, 2017 and 2018, but lost both years. Swing and a miss. Starling Marte strikes out quickly to open up the bottom of the first. So Buehler throws in the high 90s, and not to mention he has a breaking ball like that. Tough to hit. So the 2nd out of the pair of the Martes comes to the plate now. It's Ketel Marte, 296 hitter with 12 home runs and 40 RBIs entering play. 3rd in NL All-Star voting. Registered as a center fielder, but has consistently been playing second base this year. Marte did play center field, but wasn't too comfortable out there. And he had a breakout year last year, so the Diamondbacks wanted to keep him in the lineup, but find a way to get him to play second consistently. And they did that by they did that by trading for Starling Marte in the offseason. So Starling Marte now in center field, and Ketel Marte playing second base. Grounded left side past Justin Turner. That's a base hit. Chris Taylor gets that one in quickly. So a 1-out single for Starling Marte, and that's the first base runner for the Diamondbacks. Each team has had a base runner in the first inning. So here comes Eduardo Escobar, switch hitter, batting from the left side. Eduardo Escobar, a former Minnesota Twin. Got traded from the Twins to the Diamondbacks a few years ago and then re-signed with the Diamondbacks. And although he had a more versatile role in Minnesota, he's been the Diamondbacks' consistent third baseman. And as for Jake Lamb, who was the consistent third baseman of this Diamondbacks team, well, he struggled with injuries and had a massive decline in production. He hasn't played regularly, and he's been a consistent bench bat. And just more depth to this team in general. 1 ball, 2 strike count on Escobar. Escobar also got traded before the Twins won their division in 2019, winning over 100 games. So Escobar wasn't a part of that. Neither was Brian Dozier or Joe Mauer, a couple other players who were most notable on the Twins team from the 2010 decade. Of course, Mauer retired. Dozier got traded to the Dodgers and then signed with the Nationals and signed with the Padres, who he's playing with this year. The Twins have a whole new look, which has just been power. Counts full 3-2. You have two teams playing now that haven't been hoisted by their offenses, more so their pitching staffs. And you got two aces going at it, Madison Bumgarner for the Diamondbacks and Walker Buehler for the Dodgers. That's into center field. That's a base hit. Back-to-back singles for the Diamondbacks, put runners at first and second with 1 out. That one right through the middle, just past Gavin Lux at second base. And that'll bring up the cleanup hitter, David Peralta. 264 hitter with 13 home runs and 41 RBIs. Been with the Diamondbacks for a number of years now. He's 5th in the National League left fielder all-star vote. Usually the top 3 at each position are guaranteed to make it. Then you have players who are 4th and 5th who have to worry a bit. To that point, whichever player's more popular at any position, no matter what position it is, they'll get in. Here's the starting lineup for the Diamondbacks. Mentioned Starling Marte, new to the team, batting leadoff. Also, Cole Calhoun signed in free agency and now plays right field. Everybody else has been on the team for more than a year. Christian Walker up to the plate, 285 hitter entering play. Went from being somebody unnoticed in Baltimore to breaking out here in Arizona. Got claimed off waivers twice a few years ago, but the Diamondbacks capped him, and now he's been their starting first baseman and been doing well at it. 2-0's the count. Starling Marte on second. He singled. Eduardo Escobar on first. He also singled, which moved Marte to second. 2 outs and a hitter's count on Christian Walker. Christian Walker facing Walker Buehler. Swing and a miss, counts 2-1. 99 miles per hour from Walker Buehler. So what makes him so dangerous, he consistently throws in the high 90s. And also has a killer breaking ball. Buehler established himself last season as not just a young pitcher, not just a rookie, but he's turned himself into an established starting pitcher. And complements the other talented Dodgers pitchers in the rotation. Line to left and foul, count 2-2 still. But this Dodgers team has been criticized for not winning any World Series, despite having one of the best teams, or multiple best teams of the decade in 2010s. And as mentioned before, they've won the division 7 times in a row. And they lead it in 2020 as Christian Walker grounds out to end the first inning. No runs on 2 hits for the Diamondbacks and 2 runners left on base going to the second inning. No score here at Chase Field. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. 5-6-7 hitters due up for the Dodgers, and Corey Seager steps up. Entering play is a .326 average with 15 home runs and 48 RBIs. Corey Seager's second in All-Star voting in the National League for shortstops. He's been a consistent hitter in every year he's played in the majors, and he flies out on 1 pitch to David Peralta. So with 1 out, we'll take a look at the defense. For the Diamondbacks, David Peralta, Gold Glove Award winner for left fielders, and he's the starter out and left in this game. Starling Marte in center, Cole Calhoun in right, Eduardo Escobar at third, Nick Ahmed, Gold Glove winner last year. He's playing short, Ketel Marte at second, Christian Walker at first, and Stephen Vogt behind the plate, doing the catching for Madison Bumgarner. That's ball 1 to Matt Beedie, .344 hitter with 5 home runs and 25 RBIs. And the Dodgers have seemed to just pound out talent. Even though Matt Beedie didn't start as first baseman to open up the year, he came in as a replacement and has done tremendously well. One ball, 1 strike pitch. It's down low, counts 2-1. But the Dodgers are without Max Muncy, who tore his Achilles tendon a couple weeks back, and that was his season-ending injury, so he won't play for the rest of 2020. And while that is a big bat that they're missing, the Dodgers still have an adequate and even exceptional starting first baseman who was a backup. Count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Mad Bum. Line to the right side and foul. The count's still full, 3-2. Beedie consistently played in the majors last season. Prior to that, didn't see much major league time. That's inside, just a bit inside. That's ball 4. Bumgarner tried to front door that breaking ball, but Beedie didn't chase, and Baumgartner didn't get the call. It certainly is like Bumgarner to get a bit upset. Looked like he wanted that strike call, but didn't get it. Second walk issued by Bumgarner so far on his start. And now here's Chris Taylor up to the plate. Taylor, a former Seattle Mariner, and playing for the Dodgers, was a regular starter for them in 2017. He played center field consistently. In 2018, when Corey Seager got hurt, he played shortstop, though he didn't do too well there and lost his starting role. And also the Dodgers traded for Manny Machado that season. But in 2019 and 2020, he's been in the outfield still, though not as much considering Cody Bellinger's out there, Mookie Betts as well, and Jock Peterson. It's hard for him to find a starting spot, but he starts in this game because there's a left-hander on the mound. And he nets himself a base hit off Baumgartner through the right side. Line drive over the infield. So the Dodgers have runners on first and second. 1 out. And the number 8 hitter comes to the plate, Gavin Lux, who in his second season in the majors is second right now in All-Star voting among second basemen. He has a .326 average. Was one of the Dodgers' top prospects, and since coming to the majors, has lived up to the expectations that have been put on him. He's been a consistent starter at second base in the lineup. And he's putting up great numbers. 2 ball, no strike count on Gavin Lux. Madison Baumgardner running into some trouble in this second inning. Gave up a walk in the first, but nothing came of it. Now there's runners on first and second with 1 out and a 3-0 count on Gavin Lux. Walker Buehler on deck. Here's a 3-0 count on Lux. The 3-0 misses outside. That's ball 4. And now the bases are loaded with one out in the top of the second inning. The Dodgers threatening a golden opportunity to score. Walker Buehler leads the National League in All-Star voting. And there's no reason he shouldn't be. He has the most wins out of any Major League pitcher this year. Take strike one. That's an .063 average. Buehler has been known to hit well for a pitcher, so can't imagine this would be an easy out for Bumgarner. Counts 1-1. Baumgardner also I wouldn't even say exceptional hitter. He is a great hitter, even though he's a pitcher. It's fouled off the count 1-2. Baumgartner's been known to hit home runs on a consistent basis as well as put the bat on the ball. And he's even gotten frustrated sometimes when he's struck out in at bats. And that's just his competitive edge. He's a very elite player, both from a pitching standpoint and a hitter standpoint. 1-2 count on Buehler. Swing and a miss. Pivotal strikeout there. That's the second strikeout for Baumgartner. High inside fastball. And I saw Buehler ask the umpire, was that a strike? The umpire affirmed that he would have called it a strike. And it looked like from our strike zone on screen that it was in the zone, so good for him to swing at it. 2 outs, top of the second. Here's Mookie Betts. But Bumgarner not out of the hot water yet. Betts, a feared hitter. Former Boston Red Sox, former most valuable player in the American League. Also won a Silver Slugger Award for right fielders last year. In his first season with the Dodgers, and he falls behind in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Bumgarner's pitch count is spiked. It's at 22 in this half inning. Here comes his 44th of the whole game. That's fouled off. And the average velocity from both these pitchers is quite different. Bumgarner's been using more of his off-speed pitches, and his fastball has been in the low 90s. Meanwhile, Walker Buehler pounding his high 90s fastball consistently. Strike 3, caught a well-placed breaking ball. Betts not too happy, but Bumgarner is. That strikeout ends the top of the second inning. So the Dodgers get the bases loaded, but fail to score. Moving into the bottom of the second, it's the Dodgers 0 and the Diamondbacks 0. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. 6, 7, 8 hitters due up in the Diamondbacks order. Cole Calhoun, Nick Ahmed, and Stephen Vogt. Cole Calhoun, a former Los Angeles Angel. So he hits that pitch against the shift. Chris Taylor running it down. Catch made and a 1-pitch out for Walker Buehler to begin the bottom of the second. And with that, we'll take a look at the starting defense for the Dodgers. 2 Gold Glovers in the outfield, but Taylor playing left, not one of them. Bellinger, Gold Glove Award winner for right fielders, playing center in this game. Mookie Betts, Gold Glove Award winner in the American League. He's in right. Turner's at third. Seager's at short. Lux is at second. Beedie's at first. And Garver doing the catching. Now here's Nick Ahmed. Speaking of Gold Glove Award winners, he was the Gold Glove winner for shortstops in the National League last season. He's also in the middle of an 8-game hitting streak entering play. .221 hitter with 7 home runs and 29 RBIs entering play. Hasn't been a consistent hitter, but certainly shined on defense in his years with the Diamondbacks. The count's 1-1, and Ahmed last game went 1 for 4, and his lone hit was a single. This is game 3 of a 3-game series, and it's the rubber match. So this is the rubber match, and not to mention that both aces for these ball clubs are on the mound, both established veteran pitchers who have had success in their craft since being in Major League Baseball. Bumgarner a bit older, but both pitchers equally talented. This also is an important game for the Diamondbacks. This directly affects them. The Diamondbacks are tied for second in the National League West. The Dodgers are in first place, and the Dodgers haven't been too hot in the month of June. They've had their share of slides, as Buehler strikes out Ahmed for out number 2. Buehler just asserting that fastball high in the zone, and it's been in the high 90s. He hasn't reached 100 yet, but he's been consistently at 98, 99 miles per hour. So with 2 outs here, Stephen Vogt, 193 hitter with 5 home runs and 18 RBIs entering play. A platoon catcher with Carson Kelly. Vogt starts when there's a righty on the mound, and Kelly, who's a right-handed hitter, starts when there's a lefty on the mound. It's inside, the count's even 1-1. The Dodgers just last week went on a 5-game losing streak, which was their longest losing streak of the season so far. Then they won 3 in a row, 2 against the Tigers, and then 1 against the Diamondbacks, but lost yesterday. Swinging a foul ball, the count's still 1-2. As for the Diamondbacks, they've been on and off. They haven't had a losing streak of more than 2 games throughout the entire month of June. They've gotten hot, and they went from being 4th in the NL West to contending for 2nd place, and they've been attempting to keep pace with the Dodgers, although they're still far away. Grounded to the right side. There's Beedie. Steps on the bag himself. Vogt is out at first. That ends the 2nd inning. No runs on, no hits, and nobody left on for the Diamondbacks. And after 2 full innings, it's the Dodgers 0 and the Diamondbacks 0. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. And as we move to the 3rd inning, the Dodgers will send up their 2-3-4 hitters to the plate. Cody Bellinger, Justin Turner, and Mitch Garver. Swing and a miss, counts 0-1. The Dodgers failed to score in the 2nd after getting the bases loaded. But Baumgartner had to throw many pitches. That's why he's close to 50 coming into this 3rd inning. Counts 1-1. So talking about standings last half inning, I'll reiterate and emphasize how dominant the Dodgers have been this year. So the Dodgers are one of only 2 teams so far that have reached 50 wins throughout all of Major League Baseball. They're 53-27. The Diamondbacks and Padres are tied for 2nd place with 44-36 records. But they're each 9 games back as Bellinger strikes out swinging there. That's out number 1, and Bumgarner's 4th strikeout. Here's Justin Turner, 0 for 1. He flew out in the 1st inning. But back to the standings, it's been tough for National League West teams. And the Padres were doing well to start the year. The Padres were in 1st place to end April. So that's grounded to the right side, played by Marte. He throws to Walker. That's out number 2. 2 quick outs for Baumgartner in the top of the 3rd inning. And he's compensating now for the amount of pitches he threw last inning. But here comes Mitch Garver, who struck out in the 1st inning. But the Padres had the lead at the end of April, and they started May still in the lead. They won 1 of 2 series against the Dodgers that they both played in. Then the Padres became cold in mid-May, lost the division lead, and the Dodgers, being the Dodgers that they are, took the lead. The Padres are now in a 2-way tie for 2nd place with the Diamondbacks, who have gotten hot in June. But it's been difficult because the Dodgers went on a 10-plus game winning streak in the month of May, which catapulted them in the 1st and gave them a huge lead. Again, the Diamondbacks and Padres are both 9 games back of the Dodgers for 1st.
1 ball, 2 strikes, count.
These two also played each other last week at Dodger Stadium, and the Diamondbacks swept that 3-game series. Swing and a miss. Garver goes down swinging. Madison Baumgardner with 5 strikeouts now. And this game still scoreless going into the bottom of the 3rd inning. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. 9-1-2 hitters due up for the Diamondbacks. Coming into this half inning, Madison Bumgarner, Starling Marte, and Kenley Marte. Bumgarner, not somebody to take lightly when it comes to being a hitting pitcher. See, his average is 226, which is higher than the league average for pitchers. Baumgartner had quite a field day when he played for the Giants. The Giants and Diamondbacks played together on opening day, and Baumgartner launched 2 home runs. Now he's playing for the Diamondbacks and strikes out there against Walker Buehler, so 1 out. Bottom of the 3rd, and here are the strikeout leaders in the National League. Nope, I lied. Those are the Dodgers strikeout leaders. Walker Buehler 2nd, and the only one on the team, other than Clayton Kershaw, that's over 100. Here's Starling Marte, takes strike 1. Marte, former Pittsburgh Pirate, got traded to the Diamondbacks this past offseason and fills their need for a strong defensive center fielder to patrol the large outfield at Chase Field here. Also, going back to Walker Buehler, as that pitch is fouled off. Buehler is 10th among National League pitchers with 107 strikeouts. 2nd on the Dodgers team. Outside counts 2-2. But Starling Marte started his career in left field with the Pirates, moved to center when Andrew McCutchen was having defensive struggles. But now with the Pirates rebuilding, they shipped him off to Arizona. And the Diamondbacks have appreciated his talents. And they've got a solid outfield now with David Peralta, Starling Marte, and Cole Calhoun. All 3 established outfielders who have good defensive skills and can also provide some level of offensive production in the lineup. That's ball 4. Walker Buehler issues a walk to Starling Marte, and that's a bit dangerous because Marte is the National League leader in stolen bases. He has 28. So that'll bring up Kenley Marte, who singled back in inning number 1, facing Walker Buehler for the 2nd time this game, and Marte, a switch hitter, batting from the left side. Against Starling Marte, the National League leader in stolen bases, so expect Buehler to pay some attention to him. Slide step, high fastball, that's ball 1. Kenley Marte is 7 for 17 against Walker Buehler a lifetime, as there's the first pickoff attempt. And Marte back safely. Marte's been a speed threat his entire career. This isn't just something new with the Diamondbacks. He was also a speed threat with the Pirates as well. He's just broken out this year, being a league leader in that category. Pickoff attempt, and Marte back easily. So a dangerous spot for Buehler. A hitter's count on one of the best hitters in this Diamondbacks lineup. And a threatening runner on first base. 2-0's outside, it's 3-0. Eduardo Escobar on deck. Here comes the 3-0 to Marte. On the ground at foul. Marte swung at a 3-0 pitch and fouled it off. It was a fastball right down the middle, so I guess not a bad choice. And now here's the 3-1. Tapped on the ground right side, Beedie to Seager. Back to Buehler covering first. That's a double play that ends the 3rd inning. The Diamondbacks get no runs on no hits. There was 1 walk in the inning and nobody left on base. After 3 full innings, it's no score here at Chase Field. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. Dodgers and Diamondbacks scoreless coming into the 4th inning. 5, 6, 7 hitters due up for the Dodgers, and Corey Seager, the one to lead off. It's 5 for 9 in this series, including not getting a hit in his first at bat of this game. But this is Major League Baseball's virtual network. 3 guaranteed games every day on this network, as well as a results and standings update at the end of every day, which gives you a recap of every game that was played around Major League Baseball, as well as updating you on standings and league leaders, so you can check out where your favorite team stands in respect to its division, as well as checking out the best players from both leagues. But subscribe to the YouTube channel MLB Virtual Network to get notified on when we upload videos like that or when we go live with our broadcast. You can also follow our Twitter page at Virtual MLB, where you'll get even more news such as transaction updates, trade updates, injury updates, and we post all of our YouTube videos to Twitter as well. At Virtual MLB, the Twitter handle. Seager strikes out there, and Madison Bumgarner has been flailing around his strikeouts. And I definitely said that sentence incorrectly. Hitters have been flailing at Bumgarner's pitches, and Bumgarner has had his strikeout pitch on in this one. Top of the 4th, 1 out. Here's Matt Beedie. Beedie walked in his first plate appearance. Now getting his second here in the 4th inning. As mentioned before, Beedie playing in place of Max Muncy, who tore his Achilles tendon about a month ago, and that was a season-ending injury. Out to right field, there's Cole Calhoun. He makes the catch, and there are now 2 outs in the top of the 4th inning.
Now back, left fielder, Chris Taylor.
So with 2 outs, Chris Taylor will come to the plate. Taylor 1 for 1. He singled in the 2nd inning. He's averaged up to 300 now. 2 outs, bases empty, and Bumgarner rebounded after that 2nd inning. Had a quick 3rd, and now has 2 quick outs here in the 4th. Here comes the 1-ball, no-strike count. The 1-ball, no-strike pitch is a strike. Either way, counts 1-1. On the left fielder of the Dodgers. Here's the pitch from Bumgarner. That's fouled back, and the count now 1-2. Bumgarner ahead. Bumgarner in position to strike out his 7th batter. 1-2 pitch coming to Taylor. That's fouled off, so this plate appearance extended a bit further. Count still 1-2. On the ground left side, there's Nick Ahmed. Throws to Christian Walker. And that ends the top of the 4th inning. No runs on, no hits, and nobody left on for the Dodgers going into the bottom of the 4th. Still no score between the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis.
The third baseman.
As we come into the bottom of the 4th inning, the 3-4-5 hitters will be coming to the plate for the Diamondbacks. Eduardo Escobar, David Peralta, and Christian Walker. Escobar 1 for 1. He singled up the middle in his first at bat and takes ball 1 inside. It was a breaking ball that got snapped off too sharply. Walker Buehler just getting up to 50 pitches now coming into this bottom of the 4th. That's through the shift. That's a base hit. He hit it against the shift. It was a solid ground ball up the middle technically, but there's that small gap in the infield, and he got it through there. Small gap on that left side, and leadoff base runner on for the Diamondbacks in the 4th inning. So now here's David Peralta. Peralta 0 for 1. He flew out in the 1st inning. He's 2 for 6 in the whole series. This is the rubber match of a 3-game series between these two. In the last series these two played in at Dodger Stadium last week, the Diamondbacks swept the Dodgers.
Outside, that's the ball.
Now looking to win their 2nd consecutive series against this same team. The Diamondbacks have gotten hot in June, while the Dodgers have struggled a bit. The Dodgers had a 5-game losing streak last week. And even with that fact being so, the Diamondbacks, who are in second place, are still 9 games back of the Dodgers for first. The Dodgers accumulated a large lead in May, and they haven't given it up since. They took the lead in the NL West in mid-May, haven't given it up, and not only that, they've amassed such a large gap with the other teams in the division. 3-ball, 1-strike count on Peralta. That's ripped foul down the left field line, count 3-2. That last fastball was 96. Buehler's four-seam has been consistently 99 through the first 3 innings. 3-ball, 2-strike pitch is swung on and missed. 97 on that fastball. That's out number 1. And with that, there's the pitch beat comparison, sponsored by Topps. Walker Buehler consistently throwing in the high 90s, as mentioned before. Madison Bumgarner averaging 93 miles per hour. While Buehler has been asserting his fastball, Bumgarner has been working in his breaking balls consistently to be throwing hitters off. He hasn't forced his fastball to the hitters, but he's been pitching with more finesse, while Buehler's been using his brute force, which he can because he's throwing near 100. Christian Walker takes strike 1. Walker 0 for 1 in this one. Christian Walker facing Walker Buehler. Christian Walker, the first baseman of this Diamondbacks team. No ball, 1-strike pitch is swung on and missed. Walker was in front of that breaking ball. 88 miles per hour. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Got him to whiff at that outside pitch. And now there are 2 outs. Buehler up to 5 strikeouts now. He and Baumgartner have been racking up strikeouts. Baumgartner's at 6, and Buehler just got his 5th. So with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th, Cole Calhoun steps up to the plate. Calhoun has a home run in this series, 2 for 9 overall, though, and he's 0 for 1 in this game. Buehler with a 98-mile-per-hour fastball. The count's 0-1. Eduardo Escobar is on first base. He singled to open up this inning. Cole Calhoun, the number 6 hitter, is down on the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Inside, counts 1-2. 97 from Buehler. He's been throwing consistently in the high 90s. 1-2 pitch. That's top foul. The count's still 1-2. Buehler over 60 pitches now on his pitch count. It's the same situation for Baumgartner. These two have been taxed early on. Got him to chase. Garver throws to Beedie to complete the strikeout. Buehler with 6 now. Both Baumgartner and Buehler have 6 strikeouts. And that strikeout ended the 4th inning. No runs on a hit for the Diamondbacks, and nobody left on, or 1 runner left on base. Going to the 5th inning, still no score at Chase Field. And there's Heidi Watney, who I'm sure she's saying something intelligent, but I can't hear it, which makes me sad, so we're just going to continue this game. And I'll remind you that you're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, and that this game is brought to you by MLB The Show 20, and my name is Nicholas Callis. I'm not Matt Vasgersian or any of the other guys. I'm providing you live commentary because that's part of what makes this channel special. There's some live commentary sprinkled with some of the other virtual commentary that we post or that we use on this network, but I enjoy providing commentary and announcing, so figure why not? Give you something different. Swing and a miss. The count's 1-2. 8-9 hitters coming up for the Dodgers. Gavin Lux, Walker Buehler, and Mookie Betts. Madison Baumgardner has 6 strikeouts entering this inning. Has Lux down 1-2, and here comes the 70th pitch of his outing. Strike 3 call. 7 strikeouts now for Baumgardner. That's out number 1. Take a look at this pitch again. You don't see too often that umpires call strikes on high outside pitches, but that umpire dictated it a strike, and Lux took exception, so that's out number 1. Walker Buehler up to the plate, fouls that pitch off. That's strike 1. Buehler struck out in the second inning against Bumgarner. His average has dropped to .061. Buehler's shown a bit of pop in his bat in recent years. He definitely has the ability to make contact when he wants to, and he can come through in the clutch if his team needs it. So he's not somebody to just brush off as not a threatening hitter. But in this game, he's been a strikeout victim twice, and Bumgarner now with 8 strikeouts. That's out number 2. Bumgarner entered this game with 89 strikeouts. He's now up to 97, 3 away from 100 on the season. Now here's Mookie Betts, who takes strike 1. Betts is 0 for 2, and like a few others, he was a strikeout victim earlier in this game, and he's hitless in the whole series, 0 for 5. No ball, 1 strike pitch. Inside, counts even 1-1. Mookie Betts' 6-year career. Started as a second baseman with the Red Sox, was later converted to the outfield, where he played right field consistently throughout his career there. But with the Red Sox rebuilding, Betts got traded to the Dodgers. He's playing in his first season here. Betts bolsters a team that already has a plethora of talent. Swing and a miss. Madison Bumgarner has struck out 9 now in the game. He's 2 away from 100 this season. That strikeout of Betts ended the top of the 5th inning. So no runs on no hits and nobody left on for the Dodgers. About halfway through this one, still no score, and this panning camera means that Heidi Watney's going to come back on the screen. That dugout looks very red, and you see her lips moving, and we would love to hear Heidi Watney talk, but can't do much about it. She doesn't want to speak words, and we can't force her to do so. Well, at the bottom of the order, coming up to the plate for the Diamondbacks, 7, 8, 9 hitters, Nick Ahmed, Stephen Vogt, and then Madison Bumgarner in the pitcher's spot. Walker Buehler has 6 strikeouts. Coming into this half inning, it's been quite a pitcher's duel, and that's expected because both Bumgarner and Buehler are aces on their respective teams. You know what? I kind of lied about that. It's hard to determine who the ace of the Dodgers is because Clayton Kershaw is still around. So maybe that was a bit exaggerated, but Walker Buehler has the most wins in all of Major League Baseball, and he has the 2nd best earned run average in the National League. Soft line drive on a hop played by Seager. But not in time. That was a great effort by Corey Seager out at shortstop. But Ahmed able to beat it out and earned himself a leadoff infield single. That's how the bottom of the 5th inning opens up, and now Stephen Vogt will come to the plate. Vogt 0 for 1. And now this crowd getting hyped up. It still is a big series for the Diamondbacks, though they're down 9 games. They've owned the Dodgers this month. The Diamondbacks have won 4 of the 5 games that these two have played each other in the month of June, and the Diamondbacks have gone on some hot streaks. The Diamondbacks in the month of June have not lost more than 2 games in a row. Meanwhile, the Dodgers just last week went on a 5-game losing streak. 3 of those losses came from the Diamondbacks. That's out to right field. Mookie Betts under it. He makes the catch. That's out number 1, and Ahmed goes back to first. So with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th inning, Madison Bumgarner comes to the plate. Bumgarner struck out in the 3rd inning. 0 for 1 officially against Buehler. And he shows bunt. Popped up, and Garver basket catches it. That's out number 2. So a leadoff infield single, then 2 quick outs. Sets up a 2-out, 1-runner on situation for Starling Marte here in the bottom of the 5th. Marte 0 for 1 officially, but walked in his most recent plate appearance. The pitch from Buehler is outside, counts 1-0. Starling Marte signed out of the Dominican Republic with the Pirates. Made his debut toward the end of 2012. Started his career off with a home run. The first pitch he saw in the major leagues was hit for a home run. It was at Minute Maid Park off Dallas Keuchel. That was before the Astros scandal broke out. It was also before Dallas Keuchel became the Dallas Keuchel that everybody knew from 2015. It was also Jose Altuve's rookie year, 2012. 1 ball, 1 strike pitch. That's on the ground and foul. The count 1-2. You know, I went back, too, and watched Starling Marte hit his first home run, and when Dallas Keuchel was on the mound, Keuchel was younger back then. He didn't have his beard that he has now, and it was really foreign to see that. And it was also the year before the Astros rebranded and moved to the AL West, so you should look that up. It's foreign to look at that, just with Keuchel without a beard and the Astros in their retro 2000s uniforms. Pickoff attempt over to first. Ahmed back safely. It's a 2 ball, 2 strike count with 2 outs on Starling Marte. Breaking ball outside, the count full 3-2. Ahmed expected to run on this next pitch, and there's Ketel Marte in the on-deck circle. He would bat next. Marte can find a way to reach base. Runner goes. Swing and a miss. 95-mile-per-hour fastball. That's Buehler's 7th strikeout. That ends the 5th inning. No runs on a hit for the Diamondbacks and 1 runner left on. After 5 full innings, still no score between NL West opponents, the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. 2, 3, 4 hitters due up in the Dodgers order to start this 6th inning. Cody Bellinger, Justin Turner, and Mitch Garver. The Dodgers haven't gotten a hit in quite a while. Madison Bumgarner enters this half inning with 9 strikeouts. He's 2 away from 100 on the year. He's claimed ownership of this Dodgers lineup to this point, but still not safe considering that the game's still tied, and that means that tides can change at any moment. Three and 0's the count. Bellinger reached base in his first plate appearance. He got a walk and then stole second. 0 for 1 officially, though, and Bumgarner now up to 80 pitches. Three ball, no strike pitch. Coming to the reigning National League Most Valuable Player. That pitch misses outside. A leadoff walk issued to Cody Bellinger. That's how the 6th inning begins. Don't forget, by the way, this is Major League Baseball's virtual network. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for notifications on when we go live and when we upload videos. MLB Virtual Network, that's what you type in, and if you search that on YouTube, you should see us toward the top. There's Justin Turner. Also, you can follow us on Twitter. The handle is @VirtualMLB, and we have 3 guaranteed games every day for you. And we do that to make sure that we feature every Major League Baseball team at least once every week. Line drive toward left center field, and a diving catch by David Peralta. Well, he was a National League Gold Glover last season. That's a Gold Glove play right there. 1 out. Here's Mitch Garver. Garver struck out twice against Baumgardner. 2 of 9 total strikeouts that Bumgarner has accumulated to this point in the game. Slide step, pitch out. Ball 1, Bellinger wasn't going anywhere. But speaking of our 3 guaranteed games every day, we have 3 tomorrow as well. The Athletics and the Rays are playing each other at 1:10 Eastern Time. Then the Mets and Giants are playing each other at 3:45 Eastern Time, and then the Phillies and the Braves are playing each other at 6:35 Eastern Time. All games on this network presented in Eastern Time, so adjust accordingly to your geographical location. Two-one count on Mitch Garver. Here's the pitch from Bumgarner. 3-1's the count. Corey Seager's on deck. The last time the Dodgers seriously threatened was back in the second. They had the bases loaded, but Bumgarner worked around it. Swing and a miss. Garver got jammed, tried to hit that inside pitch. That runs the count full. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three-two, here it is. On the ground left side, played by Escobar. Tries for second, gets Bellinger out, throw to first. Double play. Well turned, Escobar, Marte to Walker. Out at second, Bellinger, and out at first, Garver. Watch this again. Escobar with a risky move, getting that to second. But the feed in time and the transition by Marte, nearly flawless. A bit in the dirt, but picked by Walker. So coming into the bottom of the 6th inning, the 2-3-4 hitters are due up in the Diamondbacks order. Ketel Marte, Eduardo Escobar, and David Peralta. Marte 1 for 2. He singled in the 1st inning. Got the first hit for the Diamondbacks in this game. Still scoreless coming into the bottom of the 6th. Marte, a switch hitter, batting from the left side. And Marte now 7 for 18 against Walker Buehler after getting out in his last at-bat. 1-0 pitch called a strike, count is 1-1, and Buehler about to reach 80 pitches on his pitch count. Bumgarner passed 80 in the top of the 6th inning. Counts 1-2, and it almost seems like these two pitchers have been matching each other pitch for pitch. The only outlier so far is that Bumgarner had a bases loaded situation in the top of the 2nd inning, but he worked around that, didn't give up a run, evidently by the scoreless tie we're faced with right now. But other than that blip, both Buehler and Bumgarner have been pitching masterfully in this one. Bumgarner has 9 strikeouts. And Buehler has been limiting base runners and traffic. Buehler still throwing in the high 90s. That last pitch was at 96 miles per hour. Count still 1-2 on Marte. Ooh, look out. Counts 2-2. Marte a quick runner, so Buehler playing around with Marte's moneymaker, so to speak. Two ball, 2 strike pitch. That's inside as well. Counts full 3-2. Eduardo Escobar on deck. Buehler at 85 pitches now. Outside, that's ball 4. Leadoff walk issued to Ketel Marte, who's also a stolen base threat. And somebody who's been hitting well off Buehler this game comes up to the plate. Eduardo Escobar, a couple singles. Couple of arms warming up now in the Dodgers bullpen. Escobar, a switch hitter, batting from the left side. Escobar has been doing well in the 3 prior games to this one. He's batting .444. This is game 3 of a 3-game series, and it's the rubber match. The Diamondbacks trying to inch closer to first place. The Dodgers have a 9-game lead over the Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks in 2nd in the NL West. The Dodgers in 1st. Adam Kolarek on your right, Ross Stripling on your left. They're the 2 warming up. Ross Stripling, a long relief pitcher. Adam Kolarek been pitching for the Dodgers for about a month now, but started the year in AAA. It's a 2-1 count on Eduardo Escobar. And Chase Field becoming a bit more lively with Buehler struggling in the bottom of the 6th inning. 2-1 pitch. ripped down the right field line and foul. The count even 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ketel Marte on first. He walked to open up this half inning. That's fouled away. Count still even 2-2. Escobar, former Minnesota Twin, now playing for the Diamondbacks, has been here for a few seasons now. Strike 3 called over the inside edge. Walker Buehler now with 8 strikeouts. It's out number 1. Take a look at that again. You be the judge, but it can be agreed upon that that was a well-placed pitch, but Buehler's done after that strikeout. Here comes Dave Roberts. So Walker Buehler done. Pitches into the 6th inning, so 5+. Also got an out, so 5 1/3 official innings. That runner on first is still his responsibility. But if Jimmy Nelson can come in and keep this game scoreless, Buehler at best will get a no decision. So no 12th win for him tonight. But Jimmy Nelson wasn't even warming up in the bullpen, but now comes into the game. Nelson tied among many players in the National League with the 2nd most wins in the National League. He has 8. And part of that is because he's been in a long relief role, so he comes in when starters don't do so well, and much of the time the Dodgers offense comes back and supports the pitching staff. So Nelson, who pitches the front end of a game and keeps his team in the game, will get a win. In this case, you have a scoreless tie, and Buehler was just getting fatigued, so Roberts felt the need to take him out in this situation. But if Nelson stays in for a few innings and the Dodgers take the lead, he could earn a win. But Buehler pitched well. He struck out 8 batters and didn't give up a run, though Ketel Marte on first is his responsibility, so he's not off the hook yet. If that run comes around to score, that'll be an earned run toward Buehler's scoreline and would then put him in a position to be the losing pitcher in this game. But Nelson in position to prevent that, as he gets Peralta to swing and miss at the 3-1 pitch. It was a breaking ball in 3-1. Counts full 3-2. Outside ball 4. Second walk of the inning, 1 from Buehler and 1 from Nelson. That puts runners on first and second with 1 out, and Christian Walker's coming to the plate. It was definitely a close pitch, but not a strike in the eyes of the umpires. So first and second, 1 out, bottom of the 6th inning. Still a scoreless tie. Here's Christian Walker. 0 for 2. That's dropped his average to 283. On the ground and foul, the count's 0-1. So Jimmy Nelson on the mound, a former starting pitcher with the Milwaukee Brewers. Signed with the Dodgers this past offseason. He had some injury troubles last year, so that's more or less why he's not in the rotation this season. Grounded right side, Beedie to Seager. Over to Nelson, but a safe call at first base. So Walker beats out the back end to keep this inning alive. Watch this again. Beedie, backhanded play, an easy throw for him to second relatively, so out at second, Escobar. Then the return throw just late. Nelson covered well, but Walker beat him to the bag. So Ketel Marte's on third, and Christian Walker's on first base. And I correct myself, the out at second was of David Peralta, not Eduardo Escobar. But here's Cole Calhoun, runners on first and third. And Calhoun sends that pitch in the air out to left field. Chris Taylor under it. He makes the catch, and that ends the 6th inning. That was the Diamondbacks' biggest threat of the game, but it goes by the wayside. No runs scored, and after 6 full innings, the Dodgers have no runs. It's the same with the Diamondbacks. They also have no runs. Here comes Corey Seager to the plate for the Dodgers. 5, 6, 7 hitters due up in this half inning. Corey Seager, Matt Beedie, and Chris Taylor. Madison Bumgarner still on the mound. Has 9 strikeouts entering this half inning. It's up to 90 pitches now, so questions of how much longer he'll stay in this game start to linger. His fastball velocity's gone from 93 to 90 as well, so pitched well, still pitching well. We'll see what happens. Grounded right side. Marte with a diving stop. Keeps it around the infield, but Seager will be safe at first base. So leadoff single for the Dodgers with nobody out. And that'll bring up Matt Beedie. A couple of right-handers warming up in the Diamondbacks bullpen now. Beedie's 0 for 1. He reached base on a walk back in the second inning, and he shows bunt down the first base line. Played by Walker. Tries for second. And he's safe at second base. Corey Seager beat the attempted force play at second base, and what started as a sacrifice attempt turns into a fielder's choice where both runners are safe. That's not a hit for Matt Beedie. He reaches on a fielder's choice. Seager's safe at second, and now here's Chris Taylor. Taylor 1 for 2 off Bumgarner in this game. Bumgarner getting to the mid-90s in his pitch count. On the ground right side. That's a foul ball. Counts 0-1. Taylor batting .313 with runners in scoring position this season. The Dodgers haven't had a serious threat since the second inning, but this could be classified as serious, as that's launched into left field. But it tails foul. And a scare for all of those here at Chase Field rooting for the Diamondbacks. Just a foul ball, though. Nothing in 2 count. That pitch misses outside. Counts 1-2. No runs scored by either team through 6 innings. And here we are in the 7th inning. Scoreless tie, but the Dodgers have set up shop with runners on first and second and nobody out. Down low, no chase from Taylor. The count is 2-2. Baumgartner been throwing strikes in this game, 61 strikes out of 97 total pitches. It's also supported him to 9 strikeouts. Swing and a miss. That's strikeout number 10. And Baumgartner 1 strikeout away from having 100 on the season.
Now batting, number 48.
But man, that was a great pitch inside, a clutch pitch. Taylor was looking to protect with 2 strikes, but it's too far in. He got jammed, couldn't hit anything. But now with 1 out, here's Gavin Lux, who reached base once on a walk back in the second inning. 0 for 1 officially. So an out on the board, all forces except for home still in order. Bumgarner about to reach the century mark in pitch count. Too high, counts 2-0. So the pitcher spot's on deck for the Dodgers. And Jimmy Nelson's a bullpen arm, so likely when that spot comes up, a pinch hitter will be summoned. Up the middle, Marte, sliding stop, flipped on in for 1. Back to Walker, not in time. Lux safe at first. He beats out the back end to extend the inning, but Marte saved a run. And with that, A.J. Pollock will come up to the plate. Runners on first and third, 2 outs. Pollock, a former Diamondback, signed with the Dodgers in the 2018-2019 offseason. One ball, no strike count. Grounded left side. That's a foul ball. The count is even. 1-1. A pivotal point in this game. We're almost about to have the 7th inning stretch. And it's just a matter of how enthusiastic the crowd's going to be at the end of this half inning. Counts 1-2 on Pollock. Inside, count is even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. That's 100 strikeouts for Baumgartner on the season, his 11th of the game, and he escapes danger. The top of the 7th inning over. The scoreless tie is preserved going into the bottom of the 7th.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
Ross Stripling comes out of the bullpen. He'll pitch now for the Dodgers, making his 29th appearance of the season. And in 39 innings, he has a 1.15 ERA.
Leading up for the Diamondbacks.
7, 8, 9 hitters due up in the Diamondbacks order. Nick Ahmed, Stephen Vogt, and then the pitcher's spot. We'll see what decision Torey Lavulo. I definitely pronounced that wrong. But we'll see what decision he wants to make. Grounded foul, the count 0-2. I did pronounce it right. I don't know why I said it so weirdly, though. But the 0-2 count grounded onto the right side. There's Gavin Lux, throws to Matt Beedie. That's out number 1. But Torey Lavulo.
Now batting, the catcher.
The manager of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Steered the team in the right direction in 2017 when they made playoffs, but struggled in a couple of years, 2018 and 2019. This year they're doing well, just being overshadowed by a juggernaut in the Dodgers. It's fouled off, counts 0-1. Stephen Vogt at the plate. Vogt 0 for 2 in this game. He's behind in the count, no balls on a strike. Just a bit low, counts even 1-1. Ross Stripling, a former member of the Dodgers starting rotation. He, like Jimmy Nelson, is in a long relief role. We've seen both of them in this game. None of the back-end guys have gotten in. Of course, they still do have the weapon of Kenley Jansen, who's the closer and one of the leaders in saves in the National League. So, the way this game is shaping up to be, we might see him. Whether this game stays tied or whether the Dodgers take a lead. But Bumgarner has pitched 7 innings. Buehler got pulled in the middle of the 6th. But still no runs scored to this point. That's fouled off. Count full 3-2. That's fouled off. 92 from Stripling. Count still full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Fouled on the right side, count still full, 3-2 on the veteran catcher Vogt. Still scoreless between these two NL West teams. This is the rubber match of a 3-game series. As that pitch misses down low, so a 1-out base runner for the Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks 9 games back of the Dodgers. The Dodgers in first, and the Diamondbacks in second. So Madison Bumgarner done after 7 full innings on the mound, and Tim LeCastro is his relief. LeCastro, one of the fastest runners in all of Major League Baseball. Wouldn't be surprised if he tries to bunt. The count is 1-0 with Stephen Vogt still on first base. LeCastro batting .244 entering play. Hasn't gotten regular playing time, but he's a very versatile player. Can play the outfield and the infield. But his most notable attribute is his speed. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Strike 2 called. LeCastro hasn't swung his bat yet. Now he's behind in the count. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Check swing, the appeal. No swing. Count is even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Diamondbacks fans loving that. Just a matter of who's going to blink first at this point, but it's been scoreless through 6.5, and LeCastro strikes out, coming off the bench, Stripling with 1 strikeout. It's out number 2.
Number 2, Starling Marte.
So Castro strikes out for the first time in this game. And probably his only at bat of the game. 2 outs here, Starling Marte, who takes strike 1. Marte 0 for 2. He reached base once on a walk. He's 1 for 11 total in the series. Stephen Vogt on first base. He reached on a walk. Ahmed got out to begin the inning. Vogt on first. Castro just struck out. And Marte behind in the count. No balls and 2 strikes after hitting that pitch foul. Oh, 2 pitch. Check swing, appeal.
What do you got?
No swing. Counts 1 and 2. That pitch, according to our strike zone, looked rather close, but not a strike according to the home plate umpire. Counts 1 and 2. Outside, count evens up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Dangerous hitter and Ketel Marte's on deck. Two ball, 2 strike pitch. Outside, counts full 3 and 2, and that means Vogt is expected to run on this pitch. That's fouled off. The count remains full 3 and 2. So Vogt getting to run on this 3-2 pitch is a strict advantage for the Diamondbacks. He's not a good runner, but could score if Marte got a hit. But as you see there, that pitch missed. Which is ball 4, so that puts runners on first and second. Now Vogt's in scoring position anyway. That'll bring up Ketel Marte. Marte 1 for 2 with a walk. Singled back in the first inning. Bumped his average up to 297. 2 runners on, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th inning. Here's Stripling's pitch. It's high and inside, counts 1 and 0. Stripling walked both those runners on base. Counts 1 and 1. One and 2's the count, and Stripling a strike away from escaping this inning unscathed. Marte a switch hitter batting from the left side. 1-2 pitch. Down low, counts even 2 and 2. So Stripling's gotten ahead of the hitters that he walked. The hitters just stayed disciplined enough not to chase the bait pitches, but that's a called strike 3, so Stripling makes a pitch and gets out of the 7th inning. The Diamondbacks leave 2 runners on and fail to score, so we've had a scoreless tie through 7 full innings. Let's see what the 8th holds. It's 0-0, Dodgers and Diamondbacks tied.
Your attention, please.
Here's Silvino Bracho. Coming into pitch now for the Diamondbacks, making his 13th appearance of the year and has an ERA at 6 even. Averaging 1 full inning in appearance. And he'll face the top of the Dodgers order to begin the 8th inning. Mookie Betts, Cody Bellinger, and Justin Turner. Still no score entering the 8th inning. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. My name's Nicholas Callis. This has been quite a pitcher's duel. Walker Buehler pitched 5 1/3 innings, didn't give up any earned runs. Madison Bumgarner, he pitched 7 full innings, struck out 11 hitters, and gave up no earned runs. So it's going to be a bullpen kind of game now. And both starters deserved a winning decision in this one, and because of that, it seems the universe has forbidden either of them from getting a win in this one. No ball, 2 strike pitch. Just a bit outside, counts 1 and 2. That's fouled away. The count's still 1-2 on Betts. Silver Slugger Award winner among right fielders in the American League last year. Playing in his first season with the Dodgers. Certainly bolsters their outfield now with Peterson and Taylor platooning in left, Bellinger in center, and Betts managing right field duties. 2-ball, 2-strike pitch. Swinging a foul ball. The count still 2-2. Betts came here as a part of a three-way trade. The Dodgers sent Kenta Maeda to the Twins, where he has blossomed in their rotation. Strike 3 on the swing. Betts couldn't hold back, and the home plate umpire saw that and called him out. So with one out, here's the scoreline for Madison Bumgarner. He gave up 2 hits, no runs, struck out 11, walked 4 batters, and pitched 7 full innings. Threw 106 pitches as well. Again, he won't get a decision. Neither will Walker Buehler. It's up to the bullpen now to get the decisions on the mound. And it's up to the hitters, too, to come through in the clutch and break this scoreless tie. Cody Bellinger at the plate, reigning most valuable player. Cody Bellinger, back in his rookie season in 2017, set the National League rookie single-season home run record with 39. Came up as a first baseman, but after Max Muncy came on board and broke out as a first baseman, Bellinger was moved to the outfield, and Bellinger succeeded in the outfield. He's a pretty good defensive outfielder as well. But that record didn't hold up too long, this 39 home runs, because Pete Alonso came in and not only broke the National League record, but broke the Major League Baseball single-season rookie home run record with 53, passing Aaron Judge, who previously had it with 52. Bellinger and Judge set their respective records in 2017, and Alonso passed them both in one season. 2-ball, 2-strike count. That's ripped to right center field. Oh, my. 1-0 Dodgers on a 447-foot blast. Wow. Well, sometimes you just hear it off the bat, and then you watch the trajectory and you just know it's gone, and it's kind of what happened there. That pitch missed right over the middle of the plate. He hit that over the hot tub. That was headed toward hot tub land, and it went up by that bar and grill out in right center field. Holy mackerel. Well, the power of Bellinger strikes again. It's 1-0 Dodgers, top of the 8th inning, and that pretty much silenced the crowd here. Justin Turner at the plate. He's 0 for 3. And he takes strike 1, counts even. Silvino Bracho just came out of the bullpen. He was the first pitcher to take the mound as a Diamondback that wasn't Madison Bumgarner.
Yep, that ball went out.
Got Betts out and then gave up the long ball to Cody Bellinger. Scoreless tie broken. This is game 3 of a 3-game series, too, and it's the rubber match, so winner of this game will take the series. 2-1 pitch. Inside, counts 3-1. In the month of June, the Diamondbacks have won 4 out of 5 played so far against the Dodgers. The Dodgers went on a 5-game losing streak last week, and the Diamondbacks have been hot in the month of June. So the Diamondbacks have been able to crawl back in the NL West. They're tied for second now with the Padres, but the Dodgers still leading. The Dodgers have led the NL West since mid-May. There's Nick Ahmed. Throws to Christian Walker, and that's out number 2 in the top of the 8th inning.
The catcher, number 8, Mitch.
That'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Mitch Garver. 2 outs. Bases empty. Garver's 0 for 3. He grounded out in the 6th inning. .238 hitter now. He was in the low 240s entering play. He had a breakout year last year with the Twins. He came out of nowhere. He and Jason Castro were platoon catchers, but Garver joined. It seemed like he caught the contagion that was the Twins' power. The Twins set a record for single-season home runs as a team in 2019 with over 500. They out-homered the Yankees last season. But Garver was a part of that. Now playing for the Dodgers. Counts 1-2. Swing and a miss. So Bracho ends the top of the 8th with a strikeout. But a blemish that cannot go unnoticed. Cody Bellinger hit this solo home run. Gives the Dodgers a 1-0 lead going to the bottom of the 8th inning.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention,
Dylan Floro comes out of the bullpen to make his 34th appearance of the season. That's an ERA of .430 in 29 1/3 innings pitched. So if the Dodgers can hold the lead, it's almost certain that Kenley Jansen will make an appearance in this game. And Kenley Jansen and Adam Kolarek warming up in the bullpen now. But Kenley Jansen, one of the best relief pitchers, one of the best closers in all of Major League Baseball. 3, 4, 5 hitters do it for the Diamondbacks to begin this half inning. Eduardo Escobar, David Peralta, and Christian Walker. Escobar 2 for 3. It's a switch hitter batting from the left side. Fouls that pitch off, counts 1-1. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. It's been quite a pitcher's duel, but when it came down to the bullpens, the Diamondbacks blinked first. Cody Bellinger hit a solo home run in the top of the 8th inning. The Dodgers have a 1-0 lead. An old-fashioned pitcher's duel in this one, and in an era of massive strikeout and home run counts, this is a rare occurrence, a 1-0 game. Escobar strikes out looking there on a breaking ball thrown by Floro. High and inside, but clearly catches the plate. So with one out, here is David Peralta, who's 0 for 2, reached base once on a walk. Was back in the 6th inning. Strike one called. Peralta 2 for 7 in the whole series. Batting .262 after going 0 for 2 in this game, and has an on-base percentage of .347. 0-1 pitch. On the ground toward the middle. Diving stop by Corey Seager. But he has no play, and Peralta reaches on what will most likely be scored a single. And as you see there, that's exactly what it'll be scored. So the tying run on base for the Diamondbacks late. How to bring up Christian Walker. Walker has an OPS this season of .846. That includes his 0 for 3 in this game. Christian Walker started his Major League career with the Orioles. In one offseason, got claimed by 2 different teams. One of which was the Diamondbacks, who decided to keep him. And here he is as their starting first baseman. He's been starting consistently at first base for most of this season. Has hit well, too. Has really broken out this season as compared to others. Showed promising signs in previous seasons, but this year he's doing well, and look at that. Comes through in the clutch with that single. That puts runners on first and second with 1 out, and the tying run moves into scoring position. That's David Peralta. So Eduardo Escobar struck out to open up this half inning. And David Peralta and Christian Walker singled. So first and second, 1 out, and here is Cole Calhoun, 0 for 3. He flew out in the 6th inning, now batting .287 on the season. Calhoun made his Major League debut with the Angels in 2012. Played there from 2012 to 2019. Entered free agency. The Angels didn't pick him back up. So the Diamondbacks did, and he solidifies an outfield that's pretty solid with David Peralta in left, Starling Marte in center, and him in right. 2-0's the count. The Dodgers just got the lead on a Cody Bellinger solo home run in the top of the 8th inning. Now here in the bottom of the 8th inning, the Diamondbacks have set themselves up to score. Now it's a 3-0 count. That off-speed pitch just missed out of the zone. Dave Roberts not too happy with that call. 3-0 count on Calhoun. Nick Ahmed's on deck. Strike one. Over the outside edge, counts 3-1 on the Diamondbacks right fielder. Dylan Floro just came out of the bullpen to start this bottom of the 8th inning. Walker Buehler got taken out in the middle of the 6th inning, was replaced by Jimmy Nelson, who got out of that inning scoreless. Ross Stripling pitched a scoreless 7th, and now here's Floro pitching in a bit of a jam here in the 8th, and Calhoun falls behind. No, he doesn't. Counts full. 3-2, pardon me. Floro works the count back full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. That's fouled away. Count remains full, 3-2. Pivotal spot in this game. Three-two pitch. Ground ball right side. Beedie to Seager. To Floro covering. That's a double play that gets the Dodgers out of the 8th inning with no runs scored by the Diamondbacks. No runs on 2 hits and 1 runner left on base after 8 full innings. The Dodgers have a 1-0 lead over the Diamondbacks.
Your attention, please.
Steven Crichton comes out of the bullpen, and he pitches the 9th inning now for the Diamondbacks. This is his 39th appearance of the season, and he has an ERA of 3.24. 5, 6, 7 hitters due up for the Dodgers in this half inning. Corey Seager, Matt Beedie, and Chris Taylor. Seager hits that pitch out to right center field. Marte on the run. He makes the catch. So a 1-pitch out starts the 9th inning.
Up next with Dodgers, the first baseman.
This is game 3 of a 3-game series, and this is the rubber match. Tight game, 1-0. Dodgers out in front. Here's Matt Beedie. Reached base once on a walk. That was back in the 2nd inning, but officially 0 for 2. That's strike one. Crichton gets ahead. And there's the Diamondbacks bullpen, Yon Lopez and Junior Guerra. They're both warming up. 0-1 pitch coming from Crichton. High and outside, but in the zone. Counts 0-2. Chase Field has gotten rather silent since Cody Bellinger hit that home run in the top of the 8th inning to give the Dodgers the lead, but this game's certainly not out of reach. No ball, 2-strike pitch. Sure, it was deflating, though, to watch the Diamondbacks get runners on first and second with 1 out, and then a double play kill the inning. That was back in the bottom of the 8th. Kenley Jansen's also warming up in the Dodgers bullpen. And that name and reputation speaks for itself. So that pitch misses inside, counts 2-2. Two ball, 2-strike pitch. Ripped down the right field line. That goes into the seats, foul. Count remains even, 2-2. Beedie really milking out this plate appearance. Counts full, 3-2. Three ball, 2-strike count on the Dodgers first baseman. Swing and a miss. Well-placed pitch. Got Beedie to bite. It's out number 2.
Chris Taylor.
So with 2 outs, Chris Taylor comes to the plate. He's 1 for 3, singled in the second inning. Or his only hit. One ball, no strike count. Here comes the pitch from Crichton, who just came out of the bullpen to start this 9th inning.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Silvino Bracho pitched in the top of the 8th inning, and he's the one that gave up the homer to Cody Bellinger. So he's in line for the loss. Strike 2 on Chris Taylor, the left fielder of the Dodgers in this game. Line to right, but stabbed out of the air. Destined for right field, but Christian Walker gets in the way. Records the 3rd out of the top of the 9th inning. Watch this again. Got some height. Came down with the ball. And robs Chris Taylor of a hit. So the Dodgers get no runs on no hits and they leave nobody on base. Last chance for the Diamondbacks. It's 1-0. The Dodgers lead it. Going into the bottom of the 9th, and Dave Roberts coming out. So let's listen for what this double switch is.
The Seager for the Dodgers. Now pitching and batting in the 7th. Number 74, Kenley Jansen. Now playing left and batting 9. Number 14, PK Hernandez.
So Nick Ahmed comes up to the plate. 7, 8, 9 hitters due up for the Diamondbacks in this half inning. Ahmed 1 for 3. He singled in the 5th inning. Kenley Jansen has 26 saves entering play. He's 26 for 26 on the season, and this is his 32nd appearance in total. And he makes the first play. Nick Ahmed out. 1 quick out to start the bottom of the 9th inning, and taking a look at this graphic, Kenley Jansen is 3rd best in the National League with 26 saves, and if he can earn this one, he'll tie Craig Kimbrell for the 2nd spot on the leaderboard. Stephen Vogt up to the plate. He's 0 for 2, reached base once on a walk. 0 for 2 officially, though.
No ball, 2 strikes.
It's quickly 0-2 on Stephen Vogt. Just inside, counts 1-2. One ball, 2 strike pitch. High fly ball. Out to right. Betts back. On the track. At the wall. He makes the catch in the notch. Wow. Oh my goodness. If that were any more to the left, this would have been a tie game. Oh. Tough break for the Diamondbacks. Here's Kevin Cronin coming off the bench to pinch hit, and he is the final opportunity for the Diamondbacks to make a comeback. That was the first pitch off, and Kenley Jansen's an out away from earning his 27th save of the year. Swing and a miss.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Now the Diamondbacks down to their final strike. 0-2 coming from Jansen. Swing and a miss. Hit the ground, so Garver's got to complete the strikeout. And he does. The ball game's over. Kenley Jansen earns his 27th save of the season. And the Dodgers squeak out of this series finale with a 1-0 victory. The Dodgers won the rubber match. They won 2 of 3 against the Diamondbacks. They're in their 54th win of the season. It's quite a rare game, but one that was exciting all throughout. Stephen Vogt almost tied the game with that fly ball to right field, but Betts was able to run it down in that notch. The Dodgers secure the victory. The Dodgers 1 run on 3 hits. The Diamondbacks no runs on 6 hits. So there's the final line score.
Here now is our final line score.
And what separated the Dodgers from the Diamondbacks was that 1-run 8th inning. Cody Bellinger hit a solo home run that gave the Dodgers the lead, and they kept it. Ross Stripling got the win. He pitched an inning, struck out 2 batters. Silvino Bracho got the loss. He pitched an inning, gave up 1 hit, struck out 2, but that 1 hit was a home run. So he's tagged with the loss. Kenley Jansen earned his 27th save of the year, pitching 1 inning, giving up no hits, striking out a batter. So the Dodgers improved to 54-27. They still lead the NL West. The Diamondbacks fall to 44-37. They move 9.5 games back now with the Dodgers for first place. And that sums it up here from Chase Field. A pitcher's duel, close game, and a final that reflects that, 1-0. The final, the Dodgers beat the Diamondbacks. This has been a presentation of Major League Baseball's virtual network. This game and all of our games are brought to you by MLB The Show 20. My name is Nicholas Callis, and so long from Chase Field.